Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer Hobby Supply, but it's not going to be much of a train video today, but I will throw some stuff in the beginning here for you so you know I'm doing something train related. But the majority of it is going to be on the truck. The reason being is I have most of the inside done and I am going to drive the truck today. And hopefully I'll take the GoPro with me and be able to take you with me. I do not have the glass in yet, but I have it in the back of the truck. And I'll show you what's going on with the truck here. Not a whole lot. But I hope you enjoy this video regardless of whether it's on the truck. There will be a little bit of railroad stuff. Okay, just so you guys think that I haven't been doing anything train related, this is one of the Walther's Dairy Queen buildings, the early one. I have some people there to put inside of it and a little guy to put outside of it on the sidewalk. And I changed the sign to a Tasty Freeze. Why? Because I worked at a Tasty Freeze when I was about 16 or 17. That was exactly like that building right there. And I have a picture of it in Albuquerque. And if I'm really talented, I'll put a picture of the exact store I worked at so that you can see why I'm doing it. And just so you believe that I'm actually working on that station, there's the station that I'm working on all primed, but I haven't done much work. But there it is. There is the buffalo that's going to go in front of the trading post, fake buffalo. Every trading post had some kind of a big animal. So I have been doing something. Not nothing, but there's only so much time in a day. But there you go. Okay, everybody. I don't know where I left off here, but I think I've already told you that I got the left and right mirrors on, and I also have them adjusted properly. Now what we're going to do, and you guys have seen the wheels, we're going to take a look underneath the hood here. Okay, so I've got the oil bath renewed, I've got the filter renewed, which I think I showed you, but it didn't have the decals on. If you notice the red wire going around the firewall, that is the hot wire that goes to the starter from the alternator, 12-volt alternator. And you can see the new horn relay there, which is gold. They recommended just going ahead and leaving the old voltage regulator in place just for aesthetic purposes and the connection of those two red wires that go to the post on the left-hand side of it. Instead of just making a splice, just leave it connected to that, leave it in there. You don't have any holes in the firewall or nothing. So the 12 volt is all working. And if I back up, let me back up this way because I don't have much room here. You can see that I've painted this front part, the cowling, and put it on and cleaned the whole hood latch assembly. Even the back side of it is done. And let me try and take you down here. We can't see too good, but I've even painted all that black inside there. So basically that is complete. I don't know if I don't think I've done anything over here. New coil, still mounted upside down, simply because that's the way they had it before, and I think it's okay. You can see the back side of a bunch of Gorilla duct tape, which I put on the firewall, and I'll show you why here in a bit. And now I can come back and I'll probably just wind up painting the firewall next, or at some point in time. I'm kind of at a point where I can drive the truck. Okay, so anyway, that's all there is underneath the hood. Now let me show you some more stuff. Okay, while I was under the hood, what I didn't show you is, or what I didn't tell you is, that I have ordered the air conditioner unit for it. Now that I've got the 12 volt working, the air conditioner is ordered. They say it may take 3 to 5 weeks to be shipped. I've read the whole instruction manual already, and I've seen several videos on how guys do it, and doesn't appear to be a big deal. But we'll worry about that when it gets here. I just wanted you guys to know it was on order. Okay, this is what's new in here. I finally got it back. Yes, it's blue because the door panels will be blue. The headliner will be blue. And the shoulder harnesses are navy blue. And I think you've already seen that I got those in. I've got a dome light in, and hold on. It works. I haven't got the steering column attached to the bottom of the dash yet. I did change out the wooden steering, or the wooden shift knob with the correct shift knob. I don't know what else I've covered with you. With the new 12 volt, the new windshield wiper motor works. I have not put the blades on because I've got to put the windshield in. I bought a brand new horn button. I'm not putting it on because I may have to take the steering wheel back off to align the steering wheel a little bit better. And I put anti-seize on it. I got the actual connections for the shoulder harnesses in. They're in place. The seat fits good. You also can see, it's a little bit grainy, but you can see that I have the floor mat in. I did not put I was going to put the firewall insulation and everything in, but that would be kind of ludicrous because when the air conditioner gets here, I'd have to take it all right back off so I can put the air conditioner right up in that hole. Another thing that you notice is that rubber that goes all the way around the door there that's really wide. I think I've mentioned it before, but the headliner actually fits into that, underneath that lip. You pull that lip out, stick the headliner edge underneath it. When the new windshield gets put in, the headliner goes underneath that. I have the rear view mirror. I have a brand new rear view mirror that attaches up there, but there's no sense in putting that in until I get the I get the windshield in and then put the headliner in. The headliner is also blue, if I didn't mention that. What else? I can show you this. I even ordered a key sticker, original key sticker, that goes on here. This tells you to punch out the number that's in the key and save it in case you ever need a new key. That ice scraper I found up in the top back on the roof behind where the sun visors would mount there. It was inside the top up there. Pulled that out. I've got a couple of old 54 New Mexico, 50 through 54 New Mexico maps. I kept the original belt size information that is now on the truck, a couple of bulbs, and a reproduction owner's manual there. So that's that. There's insulation under this, by the way. I guess you can see it there. I can't get this to lay down. The other side I put underneath this strip of metal, and I cut this out with the intention of putting it underneath that strip of metal, but I can't do that. Why, you may ask? The battery is right there, and I have to be able to get to the battery. But anyway, there's the inside, basically complete, with the exception of just a few things, which are no big deal. Oh, and the guy that did the seat, it was a fiasco. They did the vinyl in a wrong blue color. They did it in a clown blue. And I made them redo it. They weren't very happy about it. But I did ask him for some extra fabric like that right there. And I am going to remake these door panels here in 1/8" Masonite. And when I do, all I need to do is take those panels down, and he will take that fabric and he will put the same tufting in it or whatever you call it, and he will do them for me for free because of the screw up. The door handles there will be painted some kind of vinyl paint with blue. The fasteners will not show on the new panels. There'll be plastic panels that go in behind the foam and the tufted material that he's going to do like that. So I think all that stuff's under control. Everything's good. That's probably enough about the truck. I'm getting ready to drive it. And believe it or not, that didn't shut very well, but believe it or not, I adjusted the doors so that they shut a little better. But I got one more project today before I get that far. I'm using these rebuild kits to put a 2-wire light bulb in the existing park light housings, which are a heavy cast material. I was surprised. So that I can do turn signals later on. And you can see that I have yellow bulbs to go in there. I have the seals that go inside, like so. I have the seals that go to the body. There's the new mirror, and there's the new horn button. It's just a matter of getting those put together, and I'm not going to wire those in right now. I'm just going to put them in there because when I get a turn signal, when I get an auxiliary turn signal and put it on the steering column, I'll have to run wires down and run a wire to this for the turn signals. So there's no sense in just going to the trouble of hooking a bunch of stuff up that I'm just going to have to undo. So there's the workbench. I did go buy some suction cups. I have the other tools I need for installing glass, the windshield and the back glass. I also purchased a fire extinguisher that I can carry in the truck somewhere, because we know all these old vehicles have a tendency to leak fuel or whatever. I've got the bows painted up there for the headliner. You can see laying across the toolboxes there. And that's really about it, guys. But that's just an update on the truck. There's nothing to update on the layout. Well, there is. I'll throw in one little thing here, and I'll probably put it at the beginning of the video when I get done doing this. And I'm going to get my GoPro, and I'm thinking about taking the truck down to the parts store today. And if I do, I'll take the GoPro with me. Okay, gang, I'm adding this in at the very end because I told you I'd be taking you for a ride with the GoPro. Not 5 hours it took me to put those 2 bolts in that hold the steering column right there. Why? Because one broke. And it's attached to a rod that goes up and attaches to the firewall. It's a welded on nut. So to be able to retain that, and you can't pull it down, you can't get to it. I had to lay on my back on that pad on top of the pedals down there. And at 1/8 of a turn at a time, ran the end of the bolt that broke off was sticking out about 1/2 inch, and I was able to get on it and run it all the way on through the nut at about 1/8 of a turn at a time with a pair of vice grips. Anyway, long story, but there it is. It's on. It's attached to the dash. It's solid. The rubber is in there. Everything is hunky-dory, but it will be probably after this video that I do take it for a drive. So that's my sad story, but I'm sticking to it. Okay, everybody, that's it for this video. We're not going to call it a railroad update. We're just going to call it a truck update. So I hope you enjoyed the truck update with just a tiny bit of trains, and you keep watching. And as usual, thanks for watching.